Icons fucking disgust me. Even if I was a fan of Katseye, icons would still fucking disgust me. Because I think they successfully represent everything wrong with fan culture and absolutely nothing right about it. 17 is not even 18 at least. I will repeat, 17 is not even 18 at least. So the identifying legality and autonomy that lawfully, morally, and ethically separates someone who is 17 years old and at least 18 years old is not the same. Megan and Lara at 19 are over 18 at least. Yoonchae is not. Katseye is a group with a 17-year-old girl in it who's made to perform dances the members openly admit is supposed to be sexy, is made to wear revealing clothing, is made to sing songs with the use of random and unnecessary moans that should only accurately be described as pornographic. While that same 17-year-old is center stage, grabbing her chest and rolling her eyes back while her older members bend forward, ass up, face down, to the literal world. And if people express the inherent inappropriate nature of this, they get called a pervert who's twisting a narrative to make what Katseye is doing sexual, when the sexual implication of their actions is not fictional. When people express discomfort with what Katseye is doing, they get called a woman hater spreading purity culture, because somehow disapproving this material coming from a minor is setting women back generations, or icons falsely and ignorantly claim that it's fine because she's in America, this is okay for teens to do in America, or people only disapprove because she's Korean and want to infantilize her. And I guess I'll be that Asian infantilizing perverted purist, because I find a person who's legally and mentally a juvenile in her home country as well as in foreign countries, both lyrically and choreographically having to be associated with anything sexual, only because choreographers and producers designed her music and dance style to be that way, is disgusting.
It just needed a little extra something. It needed a little extra juice, so we're looking through some sounds.
Solo the sound, so we can just hear.
Oh, this one right here?
So there's a rumor going around with that sound.
If you zoom out a little bit from the audio clip, you can kind of see maybe where the sound was from. You could take a guess.
What? Oh my gosh, bro. You know you didn't put that in there.
Wouldn't be a hit without it.
Didn't put that in there.
Wouldn't be a hit without it. Be a hit without it. Be a hit without it.
In spite of, and despite of Yoonchae's own personal comfort, I find it off-putting to say the least, that she's styled in the visual equivalent of lingerie. And I find it wildly disturbing that a minor being platformed to the world, a minor with the intentional target audience of other children even younger than she is, has choreographers giving her choreography that her own members describe as sexy and with music to match. Just for that minor to have a fan base that spews dangerously predatorial blur the line's rhetoric about her position in all of this. It is a genuinely fucked up and horrendously disingenuous take to claim in any capacity that because Yoonchae is in America, that what they're doing is fine. Not only is Yoonchae still very much a minor in America, she's not even an American citizen, she's still fully Korean inflicted by their social rules, and still a year away from legal adulthood in her own home country. The extent of this ruleless, lawless America myth that people spread whenever it's most convenient for them, especially to justify unethical behavior, is a dangerous lie. It is a lie that people would not disagree with what Katseye is doing if Yoonchae were not Asian or Korean. Not only is the adultification of children, especially children of color, a serious discussion and cause of controversy and discourse that keeps being had in the United States, mostly by Asian, Latin, and especially black women, due to the exposure juveniles have to the internet and the average misogynistic family structure of treating daughters like young mothers. Not only that, but what is normalized in every society should not be the standard for ethics. And I say this in spite of and despite of Yoonchae's own personal comfort, because in spite of her personal comfort, Yoonchae is not in complete self-governing control of the clothes she wears, or dances she does, or the music she puts out. To a significant degree, she just has to do whatever is expected of her, because her parents allowed her to be contractually obligated to do so. And I'm not falling for the Katseye gets to do whatever they want to, no one makes them do anything propaganda, because the members themselves have said on more than one occasion that they've had to put out scripted content that wasn't to their liking. They literally have scripts for things as simple as lives according to Lara. The concept that the Western music industry is wildly different than the K-pop industry is largely false because they're more alike than they are different. The K-pop industry is designed off of the Western one. Do you know where the term "don't drink the Kool-Aid" comes from? The narrative that Katseye get to do whatever they want is a narrative designed by their label to make them seem drastically different than oppressed K-pop groups because they're not like other girls, and dumbass icons ate that shit up faster than the followers of Jim Jones and that damn Kool-Aid. And when talking about this, a lot of icons are dead ass out here, acting like they know the Katseye members personally, and that they know for sure that members would speak out against their own label if they had any discomfort with what they're made to do. I simply don't see how anyone is deducing that the youngest teenage member of a girl group who is literally a stranger to them, who is born and raised in a society formed by extreme conformity, disparages individuality, and promotes toxic hustle culture, in reality does whatever she wants to when she wants to, just 'cause. And I say this despite Yunche's personal comfort, because even if she somehow feels perfectly fine with everything happening, that doesn't alter her influence over other girls her age and younger, watching her having to dance in revealing clothing, dance to pornographic moans, and perform sexy choreography. And despite Yunche's personal comfort, that doesn't alter the fact that it is mentally and physically unsafe for minors to be in such compromising positions, especially in the entertainment industry. How many horror stories and documentaries need to be made in order for y'all to get that? It's not okay to put minors in compromising positions. When is this shit gonna stick for y'all? I said the same thing about Yunche from Les Rafim, and especially Nikki from Enhypen. Difference is I could find large amounts of people who would openly and actively call out the sick shit their labels had them doing. It is deeply, deeply irksome that I see very few icons talking about this, but many, many, many of them enabling this. And I'm not saying that anyone shouldn't support Katseye. I'm not saying anyone can't like them. I'm saying that it's really fucked up how even in 2025 in a generation that prides itself on being so different than previous ones on the basis of morality and awareness, that people are either not talking about the underage sexualization of Katseye and or are actively disparage anyone who tries to talk about it. Of course, this is something that music labels would do with a group of young women, and that disgusts me. An icon's reception to this is what angers me. Whack asses finna go stream gnarly right now and moan along with the track knowingly.